Good morning. People are filing in person, so we'll be starting in like, give us like 2 minutes.
Okay. Good morning.
Good morning, Miss Simpson. How you doing?
Sleepy, but I'm okay. How are you?
I appreciate you being here.
Yeah.
Good morning. Can y'all hear me online?
I can. That's Lane. Listen. Yeah, here.
Good morning. Thank y'all for waiting. We had a few little issues that was technical that we got our new technology person got figured out for us. Thank you, Ms. Clark. Does anybody want to open up with a prayer?
I do. I heard that. I have prayed. I prayed a couple of times.
Come on with it.
In the name of the Creator, we want to thank you for bringing everybody together on this day, reminding them that each one of us is a blessing and a gift, to encourage us to give each one of our community givers and leaders all of our blessings and gift and support behind those who we are and blessed with. I want to thank you, Father God, for all that you do for our community, our people, to help lead us in a path of understanding, because with understanding, everything else can follow. Thank you for everybody waking up this morning, and for those who did not rise, just know that that is another spirit that is connected to the universe that will bless you. In the Creator's name, I thank you for your presence. Amen.
Amen. So we are gonna go ahead and get started. We have Ms. Brown. You wanna share any updates?
I would like to share one update. We are going to be starting soon, to be the date to be determined. Our youth from our avenue will be doing weekly field trips here, so we will be needing volunteers for that. We also started the winter drive for the youth council and the blanket drive for Moody Park. Am I missing anything?
That's today's.
Snatch it, snatch it.
Oh, and today is elections for Amani United, so today you vote. Wait. Were you about to say something, Ms. Simpson?
No,
Oh,
I'm okay, You're saying the field trips for our avenue, I've been going out on field trips, they come.
oh no,
here
they're
for
gonna be
field trips?
coming here for hydroponics.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
The election.
The elections, you can vote in person today, or is there online? No, yeah, you have to vote in person, or you can come pick up a ballot, well, actually just come fill out the ballot if you'd like.
So we can drop one off to you if you need that. Let us know by the end of this meeting so we can make arrangements.
Then it'll be announced. It'll be announced November 8th.
It will be announced November 8th, and terms start in January.
So you have from now to November 8th to submit your ballot, or let us know if you need one dropped off. If you have a neighbor or somebody that you would like to vote in this election, please let us know. We can drop you off a couple ballots. If you're an ambassador, please reach out to the folks on your block, or the neighbors that you know, even if they're not on your block, and ask them to vote as well.
Nope,
Okay. Ms. Clark, you have any updates you want to share?
Next Wednesday, or this Wednesday coming up, we have our housing meeting. It's really gonna be targeted towards new homeowners. So there's some work going on. I've been kind of talking about this throughout the year. There's some work going on in partnership with CDA. We just got support from Alderman Jackson because these properties will be being built in his district. So it's addressing the vacant lots. I'll share this with you folks online. I'll drop this off. I know pretty much 3 or 2 of y'all. I know where y'all live at. You'll get this information as well. So if you know anyone that is interested in becoming a homeowner, regardless of where they are on their credit journey, they can get started and get prepared now. These homes will be coming to Amani over the next 3 years. There are 60 brand new built homes, all affordable. And we want people that currently reside in this neighborhood as renters to be successful homeowners as well. They have experience and familiarity with this neighborhood, so we need people to stay. We don't want to invite a bunch of other people in. We want people to stay. And even if you come in and sit down and act like you have some sense. So that meeting is next Wednesday from 5 to 7. Refreshments will be served. During that meeting, there will also be an opportunity for you all to do a mini project designing the vacant lot. So all of these houses are gonna be built on vacant lots, but we're trying to figure out what to do with some of the other vacant lots that are in our neighborhood. Whether that's a dog park, a space that we can activate for folks to grow things. So please come to that meeting, invite your neighbors, anybody you know in your family that would be a great candidate to move into, Amani and help make it better. So I have these flyers, I got extras, if you need them, I can get you some. We are gonna go out and, do some flyering ourselves, so. That's, yeah.
Good. So we really just only have a few other updates. We don't really have a, speaker for today. As you all,
To speak?
you said what?
I said I'll volunteer to be one of the speakers,
Okay.
especially because it is election.
Okay, go ahead, because that's what's next on my list. So go, jump right in.
And I won't be loquacious as I'm often told that I am.
Thank you.
I'm Crystal West, which all y'all probably already know me, if you're not online, share with somebody. I am running for housing. I own my property free and clear on 21st and Monarchy. I own another property on 12th and Capitol, free and clear. The reason why we chose to buy and to live and to play in Amani and have been a part of Amani since her buyer created the grant for Amani. So it was a part of a capacity bill. Since that very time, the reason why we do the work, we love the work, we have 45 grandkids. Legacy is important to us. When you hear about these lots that are coming up, you can not only use it to do sound gardens, sound baths in them. You can not only do it to have like a herb or vegetable garden growing in them. We're asking people to really invest in your community, invest in the human process. Not just come in and say, hey, I want that house for my sister, but she can't even balance her budget. If she can't balance her budget, how's she gonna balance the house? So we have amazing classes like that. That's why these housing classes are so important to come to, because you might say, you know what, I'm paying $1,600 for rent when you could be owning your own house. Not having somebody tell you when they're gonna turn your electricity off, if your boxes aren't working, if your floors are falling through. This is stability. What you waiting on? Because right now, renters really don't have too much voices, too much stock. But there are a lot of lots, there are a lot of houses. Get two of your cousins, sisters, brothers, you know what you don't like, deal with them for a year. Put them into play, get y'all properties, and let's make this work. Because the reality of it is, Milwaukee is getting ready to get bum rushed by thousands of families. 2025, 2026, if you are still struggling with rent, the struggle is gonna get harder. Come to Dominican Center and Amani, because we're gonna make that a lot more manageable. Resources. Remember the grandmother that used to sit on the porch and say, baby, you need to do this? I'm that grandmother. I'm that mom. I am that neighbor. And I never wanted to run for any office because I've always been in the shadows, and I fully support our current legacy, our current program. But
When have you ever been in the shadows first?
oh yeah, that's right. But I am. The reality of it is we've got great programming. Where are your kids? We keep talking about all these kids, reckless driving. My daughter over here, she texting, she doing this. We got programs for that. Get your kids into the hydroponics programming. When I tell you they learn how to grow their own food, because how many of y'all right now dealing with food allergies? How many of y'all don't even know what you eat? Growing your own food is the next logical. Our grandparents used to do it. Everybody used to do it. Now you got to come back to it. And if you say, I don't have a yard, I'm in an apartment, you can do stuff in your balcony. You can do stuff on your front porch. You can do a vertical garden in your closet. If you, in your basement, you can do a lot of these things. And now you have the opportunity to do it. So my question is, where are we? Dominican Center has amazing programs, Monday, sewing circles, sound bowls, everything. Where are you? And I say this again because Right now with housing, I am listed for housing chair, also serve on the city of Milwaukee, one of their housing projects as well. But there's other things that we do. So we just want to make the best of Amani, and now more than ever, we've got a lot of different accesses. We've always had access to great resources, but it's about sharing with other people and making sure that we get that momentum back going. So you can pull up today, call other people in the neighborhood, tell them to come and vote. Tell them to make sure that they make their voices heard. I think because we're so pushed with Harris and Walls, but right now, this is Amani. And we need y'all focus. We need to make sure that we make a better Milwaukee. Jarvis, which you know, has worked in Amani, served in Amani, former military, paw to 44, 45 grandkids, and amazing husband to me. And really, y'all that know me, y'all know, I am a handful. A handful. I talk a lot. I do a lot, but he do extras. I talk a lot, I do a lot. But everything I guarantee you that I've ever promised somebody or have came out to do, I've done it and then some. And I don't need credit, I don't need glory. I like to be in the back. But right now, we need y'all to come and start, just do what y'all need to do. The other
Supporting,
thing,
basically.
yeah, the other thing is too, is that the different grants that are available, we're always sharing those accesses. The housing stock that's available, we're always sharing that. Alderman Jackson, we told y'all at the very beginning, he was going to win. Did we not? Did we not? So I am saying this to you. Come out, do what you need to do. Hey, Miss Bill, you already know. Come out and do what you need to do. Start bringing friends, relatives up to the sewing circle. Start coming to the Motivation Mondays. If you can't do it, Mental Health Mondays, Motivation Mondays, Mental Health Mondays, because it's gonna motivate your body and your mind, your spirit. You start listening to the sound bowls, you're gonna start feeling that vibration. Beyonce carries her hot sauce in her purse. I carry my tuning fork in mine. Now, people that know me know that, you know, I am chill. I am so chill like that right now because I know what God has for us. I know what he has for our neighborhood. I will be buying another property, actually two, in this neighborhood. Why we stay invested in this neighborhood? We are in a 10 neighborhood, target investment neighborhood. There are people coming down to Milwaukee just to simply purchase these houses. Whatever you do, get your family, get your friends together, start buying the properties. So stop complaining about the renting stock and start purchasing. Because I know you got 4 relatives that got at least about 10 grand. And if they don't have 10 grand, everybody get their taxes in January. Get that tax money, get 3 other relatives, boom, you got a property. Get it in a duplex. Somebody live in the 2nd floor, somebody live in the 3rd. Technically, if it's a 3rd dwelling, use that downstairs for income. Make sure that they get renter's insurance. That way, if something happens, you're covered all the way around. The reason why we own our properties free and clear, because that's how it was going. We're gonna show you how to make those same things. Your credit is bad. You say, I don't think I can afford a house. We can show you how to clean up your credit. Get all of that taken care of. Become an entrepreneur. Stop waiting for somebody to give you something. Don't bully somebody to give you something, because God already got you hooked up. You just gotta want it. And if you want it, let's go from there. Now, wherever you see me in this Amani thing, you've always seen us doing the cleanups, different stuff in our neighborhood, supporting our current president, Miss Elizabeth Brown. And like I said, again, our role is always to support. And we gonna always support, no matter who's in the office of president, no matter who is vice president, no matter who is housing. Because if I'm not housing, I'm gonna still be out here doing my thing, my thizzle. If whatever position. So again, what I'm saying to you is pull up at that lot. And for those of y'all who know me and y'all say, hey, Crystal, drop me off this, drop me off that. I'm gonna be checking with y'all. And I'm gonna be checking if y'all voted. Our last election, we had, what? I know for me, it was well over for Jarvis rather, whole lines of people that were coming. This is not just about who you vote for today. It's about making sure that we carry on and keep things going. I love the way that our administration is being led, and all we gotta do is make sure that we are adding to it. And as our current president will tell you, I never let her down. Do I? No, I do a lot. And our current Alderman, Mr. DeAndre Jackson, which I was just bragging on you saying, I told you you would win, did I not? From day one?
Oh, no.
And so, no, don't tear my tag. The tags are the
Okay.
Lululemons, because the Bucks has got a Lululemon building, or they're gonna have a store. Come, because we're gonna get y'all to hook up on that too. So that's my time. Vote for Crystal West. Wait.
What is this at?
Our inner Megan is coming out.
No, not Megan Stallion. My inner,
Don't get her started. Come on, Kristen, let's keep on the roll and come on, let's wrap it all up.
again, what's important? Get out and vote.
Yes.
Now, when it comes to the resources that we share with y'all, y'all will always keep getting those. But ring the doorbell. Come to the little treasure next to the fence.
Mhm.
Where your volunteering time? Where your treasures? You need pickers to help clean up your yards? I know y'all be seeing me out there, wig all off, looking all stressed. I'll snatch this bad boy off in a minute. But not today, but see, cause that's just me. I will let you know in a minute. Elizabeth, you can snatch it off, cause you know. But again, what do we want for Amani? It's about Amani residents and businesses. Come to this housing meeting November 6th. I want you to reach out to at least 5 other people online, people here. Get them here. You get them here, you doing your part. Keep doing what we need to do to build Amani. That's the whole point of the grants. That was the whole point of forming this community partnership. And you wanna know more about our partnerships? You know, we also partner with Wisconsin African American Tobacco Prevention Network, Free at Last Ministry that deals with incarceration and individuals who have been formerly incarcerated. We also deal with Big Clean, which the Big Clean we have been doing since they started. All of these things, human trafficking, all of these initiatives and endeavors that we work with from the beginning. Look back and you'll see that name on everything, Crystal West. And why do you see that name on everything? Because in order to build a community, you gotta know what we need. And I'm telling you already. That's why God has blessed me to be in such a loquacious person.
Thank you.
All right.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And I do have one more update. Oh, well, yeah. That's right. But I do have one more update with my, our new mental health Mondays will be our ethnobotanist, Miss Rachel Campbell. She will be doing the frequency healings and also teaching how to make your own calming products. So it'll be a series of 4 weeks, but it'll be this time, the extended will be Saturday is when you'll be making the product. So the first week I think will be roll-ons for scent, and then 1 week could be the necklaces, the scent necklaces, and then the candles, and yeah, so it's gonna be cool.
And those are on Mondays from 5 to 7
Yep, from 5 to 7, and then
here at DC.
yep, and then the product making will be Saturdays. I think from 10 to 12:30.
Yes, yes.
The empty lots, is that part of housing?
Yes.
Okay.
Now, the best part about your vacant lots, you might think, well, I don't have a good idea for a lot. There are so many other things that we have thought about putting in these vacant lots. And it's like, even where we talked about creating a dome in Moody Park. You see the way that we have the dome all the way at Mitchell Park? You would have a dome structure in Moody Park, but you can also do something similar. Not on such a high scale, but then this way, that was something that Elizabeth and we were brainstorming over to bring to our central city. Why should we have to go all the way on the other side of town when we can create these amazing plants, these amazing healing gardens within our own area? And then also too, you can create that in your own backyard. And if you don't know how, come over to our property, I will show you how.
But then too, that's what, and Mr. Amanda said, they're gonna be doing an activity on
Yeah.
Wednesday where they are able to design their own.
Yeah.
So join for that. So the next update we have is, our fall frolic will be on November 12th here from 5 to 7. We are inviting all families to come out. We had a good time last year. We are expecting to have a better time this year. It's gonna be games, activities. Miss Lindsay and Amanda had a little dance off, sing off. We had some nice raffles. So we are just planning to have a good time. So if you guys are available, come out on
And
November.
registration is
12.
strongly
Yes.
suggested.
Okay.
And they're not telling you about a lot of the good gifts for the Halloween fest. We gave great gifts away. This particular one, if you're coming to the frolic, we have brand new beautiful coffee makers. We have Ninja coffee, Ninja food prep makers. All were paid for, brand new. I had a little extra money on my credit card. I'm gonna run it up a little bit more. Where's it? I'm gonna run it a little bit more, because we want y'all to come out and have a good time. So definitely come, like Amanda said, register first.
Yeah, we strongly encourage you to register because we are limited on space. And if you guys want to donate some things to raffle off, we are welcoming of those items as well. Got anything else for that fall frolic?
Just show up and have fun. It was amazing.
Don't
last year.
miss it.
Yeah, nice.
It's gonna be a time.
Yes, so the next update we have is the World Day of Remembrance. That will be on November 16th. That will be at the Peak Initiative. That is for people who have been impacted by traffic violence. So if you know anybody who has been impacted by traffic violence, we encourage you to come out and support that event. That is gonna be November 16th from 1 to 3:30, again at Peak Initiative on 24th and Cherry. We do have legal aid in the building on the 2nd and 4th Tuesday of each month. If you guys have any legal issues that you need to talk to a lawyer about, he's here from 9:30 to 12, every 2nd and 4th Tuesday. We are still looking for block ambassadors, people who can share information that we have at these meetings on their block. So if anybody is interested, well, pretty much everybody in here is a block ambassador. But we encourage people to share this with their neighbors too, because we don't want to put so much stress on you guys. Reporting illegal dumping, we still encourage you guys to do that, but pretty much everybody in here is still doing that. And then too, also, we have
Before we get to that,
oh, sorry.
our Thanksgiving food distribution. Is open to folks who are 53206 residents. We do suggest that you bring an ID, and if your address don't match the ID, bring a piece of mail with your name on it to make sure. We only want to serve 53206 residents, not just the money. This is open to 06 residents. We are also looking for volunteers for the food distribution and the food sorting. The food sorting is gonna be limited. We don't need a lot of people, but if you open and wanna come help us pack the meal boxes up, you're more than welcome to do so. We would prefer our residents to come help us do that.
And this is a different process. We have not
Yeah.
normally been asking for IDs and or verification, but moving forward, we will be asking for that information. So just share that with people who you're sharing that information with, so they won't get here and be surprised. Thank you. You got anything else? Give me 1 second, Ms. West. On Hopkins, they are doing a bike lane over there very soon. So if you live on Hopkins, or if you travel that route, we're asking to do a short survey to see how that would impact your traveling along the Hopkins corridor. I don't know if anybody in here, nobody in here that I know of is affected by that, but if you
We
wanna
all
do a
travel on
survey,
it or know somebody that travel on.
y'all can do a survey for that.
Make sure we get enough public input.
And then also, we do have a sewing class that took place, started last week Wednesday, no, excuse me, last week Tuesday. We had the rep and Miss Lindsay who were facilitating that class. It turned out excellent. So if anybody wants to join, we are here on Tuesdays from 5 to 7. If you have a sewing machine and would like to bring your own sewing machine, feel free to do so. We strongly suggest it because the class was jam-packed.
Fact.
It really was. So thank you, Ms. Lindsay, for facilitating that class, and I'm be back next week. So that's all the updates that I have. Crystal, you had another update?
Yeah,
I just wanna say, like, if you are a resident that have a skill set and it's something that you wanna display or teach the community, we welcome that. We encourage you to do that to help activate the space, to help get your neighbors and other residents involved in programming and services that may be outside of the neighborhood that they can't necessarily get to. The sewing class was really, really a good time. I'm in there. I'm gonna be the best student. I don't know about that, but it was a really good time. So like, we just encourage you, this week we gonna move into this space, a bigger space, so we can have more space for folks to move around and have more people join us.
I'm coming with my shirt made next week, so listen.
And sewing is such a lost art. We really need to bring more just people back to it. Cause like, think of almost all the alteration shops are now closed.
Or so far out that you
Yeah.
really can't get to
And
them.
they cost a lot.
And it
Yeah,
costs
they
a
do.
lot, like,
They
do it
do.
yourself.
And this is what, like you just said, like Mrs. Lindsay is a valuable community
Absolutely.
member and have been a part of Amani
Absolutely.
since the very beginning as well on properties in Amani. So for her to come in and share that blessing, and you may have a skill or something that you know that you want to share with people, we gotta start being more there.
Willing to share.
Yeah, willing to
Do some
share.
other stuff with Miss Lindsay too.
Yeah.
She hot commodity.
I see Miss Lindsay all over North Avenue planting trees this
Yeah.
week.
Oh, you saw
Yeah.
that?
I did. I was going past to pick up my nephew.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. We about to get with Miss Lindsay.
So one of the other things that, oh, first let me do this one. This one is, it's a financial lit class. We just asked about possibly bringing it to Amani. Where you can also, receive a $20 per session that you complete. It is a banking question, like, so let's say you wanna really buy a house and you're still trying to understand the ins and outs of banking. One of the benefits is this is just something that walk you through everything. It's a little bit of a digital information push. The QR code is there just so that after you finish each session, which is only like 10 sessions, really quick. What do you know about ATMs? What do you know about banking? What do you know about FAFSA? Those questions, it's like 6 different sessions. You're given a $20 Amazon gift card, electronic gift card for each session you complete. So there are, again, 8 questions per session. Christmas is coming up. Stack and pack your gift cards, cause like, so far, I think I'm stacked up like close to a $2,000 of gift cards. I will be giving out, like, cause that's why I do these. So like for grandmas, grandpapas, instead of spending some of your hard-earned loot, go to some of these different classes, get the gift cards, give them out to family, give them out to your kids. If you say, I know all of this, but I'm gonna do it, give it out to relatives or just give it out. That's one of the other things. So again, it's called Fast Fun, it's been lit. I don't know if you guys can see it or not, but we will leave a copy up here too for the Dominican Center. Again, that's great resources. If you have not voted, we have a rally at Clinton Rose today from 10 until 2, Little Scrappy, Rotini, Frank Nitty. There's supposed to be 2 surprise guests. We're not supposed to say because of.
You're talking about the presidential election now, because we talking,
Presidential election.
right, because it's 2 elections.
Presidential election, you know, so go down to Clinton Rose. If you don't want to go to Clinton Rose, just go somewhere, vote. Don't get complacent, don't get lazy, don't say, oh, we already winning. No, we're not. Get everybody out there, get 5 people. If you don't, we're gonna be doomed. If you ain't read the 935 pages of the 2025 piece, it's going to blow your mind. It just feels like we're walking back into slavery. When you are calling whole cities garbages, something is wrong with that. Because we all, like, I got some everybody in my family, Latino, Hmong, Chinese, African, everybody. So we all got that. So we can't be sitting up here saying like, oh, no, can't do that. Anyway, so that was for this. The last one is our coveted house sleep house. You will see our tent either on 9th and Center, 24th and Locust, or Finding Market. We sleep out for the homeless youth, so they don't have to. Every year on the 21st of November, regardless if it's cold, snowing or not, we sleep out. Under gunshots, big old raccoons, everything else. But there are kids that are in our community that right now might be at a friend's house and don't have nowhere to go and you don't even know it. There are kids walking the street back and forth because they have nowhere to go. So what we're encouraging people, if you see the tent out, honk. Come get some information. Support your local places. The reason why we do one right here on 24th and Locust is because Dominican Center was so welcoming. Their Amani Youth Council, under our guidance of our president, Elizabeth Brown, was able to bring up, I'm sorry. Under our president, we were able to have our youth come out there, go to the TikTok videos. You will hear what they say was important, that we don't listen to them. And sometimes we don't. We will talk to them, we'll talk at them. But this is why that's really important. And this is for every culture, every race. This year we will have, it's supposed to be 10 tents, and I have a mattress in my tent, air mattress. I can't do the ground, but I can, but anyway, come out for that. If you just drive past Arlene Patterson last time, she came out, she supported, she did a wonderful job. Our alderman, everybody does a good job. Dominican Center staff do a great job. These sleep outs are important. And if we're sleeping out in the cold, so you don't have to. Our pastor, Dennis Harmon, already told us very clearly, hey, I want to support y'all. I just don't do tents. I don't do clamming. He's out, pray for me. So pray for us.
I'm
Pray
with
for
him on
you.
that. Go ahead.
Okay,
Oh, the fatherhood side.
today is gonna be a share fair at Mission of Christ Lutheran Church on 912 West Center. Once again, 912 West Center. It's gonna be a lot of health resource information, resources that people can use, Amani can use, the general public can use on their everyday life to life situations. And there's gonna be a lot of health education. And also in addition, there's gonna be snacks. And at the end, they're also gonna provide you with a nice food basket, food box. And it got fresh fruits and vegetables and meats, fresh fruits and vegetables, real good. It'll last you for a good while, and it's some good food. So at the end, like I said, they'll provide you with a food box. And also there's gonna be awards, and there's gonna be raffles and awards out there, you know what I mean? From household items to event tickets, things of that nature. It's gonna be real good. Sometimes it's gonna be a lot. So, just to let y'all know, Mission of Christ Lutheran Church, they are, I don't know about official MOU with Amani United, but I know that they do, Mission of Christ Lutheran Church does do a lot for Amani. And they do a lot of our outreach too.
What time is that?
From 11 to 1, 912 West Center, Mission of Christ Lutheran Church. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out to Patrick Batum at 414-915-1433. He'll answer any questions in regards to it. So, all right, so this show how to represent.
Individuals who have been incarcerated and they want to get them letters or connectors.
Yeah, and then what we're speaking of is it's Free at Last Ministries. It's a real beneficial. I mean, I started Mission of Christ through Free at Last Ministries about 18 years ago. What it does, it helps ex-offenders. There's a prison aftercare network. What it does, it helps ex-offenders get transition back into the civilian life here in a positive spiritual way. You know what I mean? They provide you with spiritual guidance, job leads, things like that. It's like a UMOs a subdivision of a church. You know what I mean? So it's a lot of stuff you can take advantage of. So feel free to ask questions, do what you gotta do. I mean, there's a lot out there for us to go and get. So let's get it. All right, now y'all have a blessed day. Stay safe.
Fatherhood.
Thank you.
Oh yeah, the Fatherhood Summit, the Fatherhood Summit Go into detail about that, cause.
The Fatherhood Summit, they're gonna have to go to the space because I forgot my flyer. Fatherhood Summit is this year. It's gonna be at Milwaukee Academy of Science this year. So definitely, if you have dads, moms, come out to it. I believe it's the 16th, but I apologize because I have the flyer. I don't know where it is. Oh, but we also doing free Tai Chi too. I need to find that flyer for you guys. My apologies.
It's the 16th.
Yeah. And thank you, Alderman Jackson, because like he's always on it, always does an amazing job for the community. Have y'all noticed that y'all been having a lot more cleaner streets?
Yeah.
That's because of Mr. Jackson. That's because of Alderman Jackson.
Yeah.
If you're seeing a little bit more dumping, it's because a lot of these people are going to their old spike sites and now coming back to other sites. But you also can be paid up to $1,500 to catch dumpers. Now, most of the dumpers, they do it smooth. They do it 2 or 3 in the morning. Set your phone, your camera up towards that back, put it up there. And when I'm telling y'all this, like, look, you know you got a dump area, get that phone, sit it in front of that window, 2 o'clock middle hours, hit record, catch that license plate or the description of the car, 1,500. Like if you see they dumping 7, 8 times, yeah, 1,500. That's Christmas. That's property taxes all next year. Start catching these dumpers. Start catching because they coming down like our city. Like, oh, we're gonna dump in the central city. We're gonna dump over here. No, y'all need to take that back to where y'all had it. If you're a landlord and you're trying to do the quick dump out, you messing up the neighborhood. You lowering your property values because now you got more rats. You got more raccoons. You got more people saying like, look at the little trash bonfires. Stop, like if you're a landlord, stop paying the little crackheads. Sorry, didn't mean to say crackheads. Individuals who have drug issues. Or connected issues. Because they are still human, they still deserve that respect. So forgive me for saying that. They still deserve their respect because they still have that humanity that's there. Stop paying individuals a cheap price, $30 to dump something in an alley that now is making where you have your property look bad or the next person. Let's be mindful. I buy my property down here to look at dump sites. Again, buy all your properties down here. I want to see y'all at this November 6th meeting. Oh, and we will be sharing about another 501c3 grant that is available to anyone up to $400,000. If you were a 501c3 or 501c3b in regards to zero youth corrections. That meeting was outstanding. It's in association with the Turner Hall. And we are gonna be making stuff happen, getting this money to the people who need it. I ain't shy about making sure people get shared money. We're gonna make sure that y'all get what y'all need, but y'all gotta do y'all part. Start reaching out to TT, auntie, sister, get up there and be a Dominican Center. No excuses no more. I had to work, I'm tired, we all tired. We all get up at 5 in the morning and still keep it pushing. Get here at 5, come have some dinner with us.
And we have virtual options.
And virtual options like Amanda just said, be on the YouTube page. But you need to put your work into action. And like this morning, I should have went over to my grandkids' house and threw some cold water on them and said, oh, y'all get up. I'll do that later.
Thank you, Crystal. Mr. Jackson, you want to say anything before we?
No, just budget season, keep doing what y'all doing. Moving money around, the mayor took out $100 grand out of fresh food access fund. I put it back and
That deserves a clap. You put it back. Fresh food. What were we just talking about?
I put the 100 grand back and looking for a funding source to add another 50 grand to it. So
Hydroponics made here at the Dominican Center. Who grows the best collard greens here? I know some of y'all done ate them collard greens. Don't make me just think I'm the greedy one.
No, you're not.
So aren't those collard greens better than anything you've ever tasted? So why y'all not here at the hydroponics back? Reach out to everybody. And Miss Bell, I know you got a garden. I've been in the back of your house. I've seen it.
and
Come on now.
the 7th district is number 3 in taking the funds for the first time home buyers program, which was at 1.1 They took it down to 250,000. We got it back up to 700,000. We're looking for the other gaps. Just moving stuff around. Shell game, moving money around. People that didn't use up all their funds in different departments and things like that. So just learning the game. It's my first budget, so just learning the game, moving stuff around, and learning how things
That's
go.
Mr. Muhammad. Good morning, Mr. Muhammad.
I have a question for the argument. I've noticed a lot of times, the islands they put to block, just for safe driving, a lot of unsheltered people living on them, laying on them, sleeping,
Which
which is
one?
a safety hazard.
Which one's?
I'm talking on, I'm specifically talking on 27th and Chambers. 'Cause I have to wake people up before they get run over, possibly get run over, sleeping on those islands. Mhm.
You talking about the bump out?
Yes,
Oh,
those bump outs. And the islands, or I know that might not be by Washington Park, chairs, sleeping, instead of, I know they're not supposed to sleep in the park, but definitely it's more reckless. Or hazardous for them to sleep on the
we
island.
still deal with the fallout from the county closing the,
Mhm,
The park garage.
closing the parking garage 2 weeks ago, so.
mhm.
They everywhere. 76 places, you only think they had 76 in Capitol, all up in the banks and the restaurants over there.
But that's safer than sleeping on those.
But yeah, like I said, we just
Yeah.
still got
Mhm.
the fallout for all those
Mhm.
people when they moved around. And so since they want to work on Burline, it was a resident that told me to take out the bus shelter on 27th Street. Cause they be there, people get off on and off the bus, so take out the bus shelter temporarily. But they want to put bus shelters up along the whole Burline, from 20th Street up to Sherman. It's like, how you gotta talk to the people first.
But I would say, okay, people do sleep on them, but if you put those dividers, like they have a divider in between, so it's more like seats, so they can just actually lay comfortably.
And we gotta think about it too. Think about how scary it must be for that person to be homeless and to sleep outside and not have anywhere to go. And it's going, and I'm sorry, I did a grandmama thing, me. It's been a triple. That's why I'm saying to everybody, get into the housing information. Because right now, you finna see whole families. You know it's heartbreaking when you see a mom with a 6-month-old baby and 3 kids sleeping in Fondy Market under the thing because the shelters are full, because we don't have enough shelters. We're close to
But
schools.
you have to ask, why are they homeless?
Yeah, and the one young lady, she had no more money. She lost her job. She could not get any access to anything, and they told her very clearly, shelters are full. We can't place you. We don't have the dollars to place you in Salvation Army.
You need
she
to
had 2 relatives.
educate the people first. You can't even purchase a home if you don't have education on how to maintain a home. You need to know that before you go shopping, you have to pay your rent before you do anything. Right now, there's a young lady I'm evicting. I've been begging her. I don't want to put you out. It's about to get cold. I can afford to get you out of there. But we keep going to court and just think when they get, well, it's cold now. She's going to get out by the end of the month. And then what? You have to work. You have to pay your rent. And someone needs to educate these people on paying your bills, how to cook properly for your children. You can get a bag of pinto beans and eat for at least 2 or 3 days. You
Hey,
know,
Ms.
but no one is showing them that.
Ms. Bell,
Mm-hmm.
could you reach out
Yes.
to Amani with your, and y'all can connect about your resident? She could possibly assist.
Yeah, thanks very much.
Oh,
Her,
no, I'm getting her out of there. She got to go.
okay, okay,
No.
okay. So, Ms. Camille, you want to share something?
I'm just, I know just like way ahead of things, but it's just a thought. I was having a conversation with somebody about a lot of these MPS schools closing, but, I guess I would say wait to see what happens with some of those buildings. Because somebody was talking about like using that for that purpose.
Yeah,
like-
for the hubs.
Yeah, so, that's just a thought.
And we often think that like, one of the things that some of the meetings that we've attended when it comes to that, where they're saying, well, the school is not great enough to be a school, but it's great enough to be an apartment or a hub. And it's just trying to make people aware. And Ms. Bell, we know that you give all of your tenants more than the benefit and time. And we do have people like that who will use their landlords knowing that they're got good landlords. And then we have some crappy landlords. We have some crappy landlords that will say, hey, you know what, I'm only about my money. But if you got a good tenant, and sometimes tenants take advantage of that, but that's where we have to read, like you said, educate those tenants, let them know about evict MKE, let them know that like, hey, if you are struggling and your landlord's been trying to work with you, sometimes you gotta say, yeah, you know what? I did my due diligence, I prayed on it, I tried to be a blessing, now you gotta go. And waiting into winter is the hardest thing. But we also teach survival in the winter, how to stay warm with just little small bottles of hand sanitizer.
We so Dominican Center has a small pot of funds to assist residents who fall on hard times and fall behind on their rent. And another thing that we are trying to do at no fee or cost to homeowners in Amani, is assist them with finding good tenants that could be in their homes. Let us help y'all vet these folks. We know folks that come to us every day that are in need of safe and stable housing, but are dealing with crappy landlords and crappy properties. And you all have beautiful homes and properties. So let us help y'all make this match with having some long-term residents and have your residents get involved in what's going on in their neighborhood. Those types of things won't happen if they feel some type of sense of ownership and obligated in their community. Let them come to a space where they can be welcome and supported. People go through things all the time. And you don't never know. You could have a unexpected car expense, and that can set you all the way behind, and it's hard to get caught up. And what we need to work on is stop being ashamed to ask for help. And I don't know this young lady's situation, Ms. Bill, or nothing. It take community. Everybody going through stuff. And I'm not saying for you to put her needs before yours. Take care, do what you gotta do. But there are resources right here in y'all community where y'all own properties that y'all can send y'all tenants to get help. And we also have a Rent Smart training that we offer to residents. There's more to think about when you decide to sign that lease and move into a place. You're not just calculating the cost of rent. You gotta calculate the cost of everything, learn how to budget, and it's a lot of things that wasn't taught to us. We go out and we just gotta live and figure out life and become adults and raise ourselves as adults too. So, but we got those, you got support, and we got those resources right here. And
I
so
think right now that needs to be concentrated on a lot.
That's cool. When you get her out of there, before you get your next tenant, let us help you if you looking for somebody decent that need
How many
house.
bedrooms is it?
That's an offline.
Yeah, so but those resources are available.
I got one more thing.
Go ahead.
Unofficially, I gotta go to the council meeting first, but April 3rd is Milwaukee's first apprenticeship day.
Yeah.
So I'll have all the vendors downtown at City Hall. I had the streets blocked off. I had a apprenticeship mobile unit down there. And all the professions, plumbers, electrical, I have everybody there.
So you'll update us along the way.
In the big trucks.
Heavy equipment
Yeah,
operators.
the heavy
Absolutely. My son is one of the few black heavy equipment operators, $34 an hour right now. He's coming up on 3 years and 2. When he's done, he's making $56 an hour in 2 years. So life changing money in a lot of households.
You said
So,
April 3rd?
April 3rd.
And that's what our kids do.
9. It'll be all day.
And they don't.
And I'm gonna have the high schoolers there, cause now when I do things, it's a field trip. So now I have high schoolers there, some of the juniors there, and even bring the parents.
And put it on your calendar now. So then that way, when it comes down to closer to that April, you already have it listed.
But then you can share that along the way.
Yeah, I'm gonna keep sharing that. You don't have to wait till April 3rd. You could go to Big Step anytime. WRTP Big Step, and like I say, get a trade.
Thank you. I do see 5th District is in the building. Do y'all want to share anything before we get ready to close out? Any updates that y'all may have? And not trying to put y'all on the spot, but I just want to give space for y'all if y'all want it.
Good morning, everyone.
Hello.
Late to start things.
Yeah. Good.
Currently, we don't have any updates.
Okay.
Just besides just the holidays coming. And then we do have our crime and safety meeting Wednesday coming up, is gonna be on 3033 North 30th Street, and it starts at 5:30. So we will have that crime and safety meeting, otherwise, I think that's it, right?
What day again?
It's Wednesday.
Same day as the house
It's the
meeting.
same time, same
That's the
day.
same day as our housing. Would you guys be able to do it Zoom?
We never tried, but that's a good.
Cause then that way.
They used
we
to do
wouldn't
it
have to-
Zoom.
yeah. No, so like for, if people still wanted to see some of the
Something
safety,
they used to do.
we
with
would
Zoom.
be able
You know
to.
what?
Oh, we already uploaded to
Okay.
YouTube.
We
Okay.
uploaded to
Yes, they
YouTube,
can
but
watch
like,
it there.
you're trying to say like Zoom, like right as we're having. it,
Yeah.
and then, like,
Yeah,
like how.
Mhm.
some of the-
yeah,
You know what? We never thought about that.
that's cause you have a lot more individuals that would say, I can't make it
I
out.
ain't gonna lie.
They go to
almost-
different locations.
Yeah.
They can't have it here.
I
But then
don't-
they
I
have
don't
the
know
same-
nothing about
It's the first
technology,
Wednesday
but
of each month, so it'll be the house event.
I'll put it on hold.
let me work with the team and talk to
Cause
the
like
team.
And, y'all forgetting that they did a great job at trunk or treats.
What's the?
Yeah, right, we're not
It's
saying-
gonna be 3033
Yeah.
North 30th Street.
Yeah.
It's like that building,
The corner.
it's right on the corner, it's a wood shop. I guess they do furniture, they donate furniture to the people they need. And that's what-
30th and Broad?
No, not on Burleigh, Chambers, I believe.
Chambers.
30 block is between Broad and Chambers.
It's like a dead end, almost like a.
Between Burleigh and Chambers.
You said
A lot of
33. Is it where we do the Black Ben Bill? No, that's 32, 30.
3033.
But we'll figure it out.
That's what she said.
I said, I can't be 33.
Okay, well, we'll get the correct address. Well,
Adullam Servant?
Oh, okay.
Oh, Adullam.
Yeah, Adela.
That is.
Adela, it is.
Yeah.
It is.
It's actually between Burleigh and Chambers.
Yeah.
It's
I know where
a,
it's, I
and
know
it's
where
a,
it is.
Yeah.
I know where it is.
Am I pronouncing it right?
Yeah,
It is.
Okay.
right off 30th. It's right behind the train tracks. So we're right in
If
front
y'all
of the
ever
train
wanna
tracks.
use Dominican Center as one of y'all, safety meeting locations, let us know. It's usually on the day of our housing meeting, but I'll be more than welcome to cancel that and let y'all.
We can do
use
both.
the space.
We
Yeah,
can
I'm
do
gonna get my
half
updates still.
Yeah, that'll be great. We're looking for next year.
Yeah, put us down as a location.
Thank you.
So we don't have any updates about the missing little boys?
The two little ones, the last posting?
Yeah.
Oh, that one that was, okay.
Yes, we didn't make contact with the family, so all that got taken care of.
Yeah, they got
Yeah.
taken care of.
Just one.
Yeah. But yeah, they were located. Yeah,
We
just-
don't have.
They weren't necessarily missing.
Okay.
No, they were
Yeah.
not. Well, yeah,
Okay.
so we did spoke with the responsible guardians that it was taken care of.
That's not unusual too. I be out a lot and we see a lot of little kids just wandering around until we walk around and somebody's out looking for them.
And that's what's happening now. There's a lot of kids just wandering around. And that's the whole entire city of Milwaukee, but I found out that Facebook is the most easiest resource that we can get a quick answer within like 5 minutes.
Maybe we might have to bring back another class. Remember when we used to do they would come, the kid would get it was a passport and they would do a fingerprint of the child, so just in case if something happened. If a parent don't want to do a fingerprint, but then you'd have that graphic information. And like even when they go to the safety locations, the kids that live within a certain neighborhood.
Well,
Just in case.
they don't like to do that, because that's what we have now. Juveniles are still protected.
No, but we remember the parent would get the passport.
Yeah.
So that way it would have a current picture if something happened to the
Yeah, I
child.
heard of that, they don't wanna do that.
I don't know why, they were really
It's not
worried.
many years ago.
Yeah.
I should take pictures of mine.
Yeah.
But they stopped doing all that.
And it worked, but we sometimes might have to come back to the things that we knew worked and go back to that. Because again, like right now, all of these young girls that are coming up missing and all of this, we gotta re-engage our kids in
And you know,
safety
but
class.
sometimes you gotta deal with what you got, like Facebook is working right now, so we just wanna deal with that because Facebook is working tremendously.
Yeah.
It's like within a matter of seconds.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I think it's gonna work faster than that print.
Yeah,
But then like
for-
parents,
yeah,
that
this is
really
all
quick,
day.
Yeah.
they're very, very, disrespectful. And they're not like, you know how we have respect for our elders, respect for any adults. This is a different time. And so, they're not gonna commit. They trying to.
Yeah, but we're gonna make it work. We're gonna find.
To identify the. To identify in a quicker response is register parents for the yeah. Otherwise, yeah, the holidays coming and it's almost that's almost during the month of November and December, but.
Oh,
Okay.
did you mention about your coat drive?
Yeah, we did.
I did, okay.
We gonna give space for people online, Ms. Simpson or Mr. Muhammad, if y'all want to say anything before we get ready to close out.
No, I don't.
Mr. Muhammad?
No, ma'am, I'm good.
All right, thank you. We are going to wrap up this meeting. I thank you all for joining. Anybody want to close out with a prayer?
I
Ms.
started
Clark?
in?
Or you, Ms. Clark?
I'm putting it on my good friend Jerusalem.
Oh, yeah.
You know how to talk, you know how to pray. That's all it is talking. So Lord, we just come before you right now. Just thank you for the valuable information that was shared today. Thank you for life because it's good to have. I know somebody who had recently just got shot up on last week, Saturday, was unconscious and unresponsive until 2 days ago. So now they are up and talking. So I'm just thankful for that life. I'm thankful for the life that you have blessed me with. And just want to just check on people. I heard that Miss Richardson is in the hospital, so we want to lift her up. She was planning to be here. I don't know what's going on with her, but I know you do. And I just pray that everything works out for her good and that she can give glory to you. And we just thank you right now as we go our separate ways, that you just watch over us, keep us protected. And we just thank you in Jesus' name. Amen.
And remember, vote.
Thank y'all for joining online. Y'all enjoy the rest of y'all day.
You too.